Bruce Lee, I've heard him talk about how he wanted to be like water. He wanted to be formless, shapeless, just essentially, he didn't want to have any technique. And that doesn't mean he wasn't practicing technique. He wanted to be as responsive in his martial arts as possible. He didn't want to be so focused on a technique, something he practiced for hours, that was how he responded to every situation. He wanted to respond with the appropriate response if any altercation or any fight came out. He wanted to have the perfect counter. He wanted to not be so caught up with, oh, I need to be doing jiu-jitsu wrestling, or I need to do this for this. No, he wanted to have, oh, you're throwing a punch. He wanted to be able to slip through it. Excuse me. He just wanted to have the most appropriate reaction. But I think there's an additional layer to that. I think we can elevate it further. He wanted to be like water, shapeless, formless, but I think truer to that definition is air, vapor, gas, because it truly is incapturable. You can't, you can contain it in a box, but you try to catch it with your hand, it's not possible. Like you can hold water in your hand, it obviously spills out, but not air. You try to catch the wind, you're not catching the wind. That wraps around. It also pushes things. It, I think, is more true to what he was trying to achieve than water, because you can push water away with air. I mean, just simply blow into a cup and that water is going to move out of the way for the air. I think he was, obviously I don't really know his full thinking, but my thinking and how I want to get is like air, like wind and gas, because it is my mind, my thinking, it is more powerful than water. I mean, when you have a storm, when you have a hurricane, that is terrible, terrifying. But the wind is what does more damage than the water at first. Water is heavy, but I think natural disasters from the sky, tornado, is far more terrifying. And obviously I'm bringing out these extremely uncoordinated examples, but water shapes around what it is. I think air really takes the form, air, so water becomes the shape, air takes up the space. It is the space. And I guess rather than it being the space, the object has to travel through that space. It fully is, it's not even reactive. The wind goes where it needs to go, and water goes where it can. Air is going to beat water so many times more than water is going to beat air. Air makes up water too. I've been thinking about that. H2O, water is H2O. Oxygen and hydrogen, two gases form into water. So why I think he was on the right track, I think if we become like air, light, and endlessly responsive, that's where it is. It's not just, oh, I'm going to take up the space. I'm not going to become the space. No, you become the space. You are the space already. And with that thinking, it led me on a trail to think about the last Avatar, the show with all the bending, and how these elements both create and destroy. And without remembering why the Fire Nation destroyed the Air Nation, I was like, oh, there it is. That's another good point. They were searching for Avatar Aang. Well, they didn't know it was Avatar Aang, but they were destroyed the air nomads because that was the next cycle of reincarnation for the Avatar. So they said, wipe them out. Which, it's been a while since I've seen the show, but it's like, why didn't they just wipe out the water tribe since they weren't able to find the Avatar? In that retrospect, you want to take over, but you're going to destroy the air nomads. But you see through Avatar Aang why they did that. The Avatar is so powerful. But I think another reason, I mean, look at Aang's master. I don't remember his name. Look how many Fire Nation soldiers were at his feet. That's how strong the air bending is. And I think that just obviously fiction and a power system out in a fictional universe, but I just think with air you also can't see it. Water you can see it. You want to air you want to take. I think air without a doubt is the next step Bruce Lee was trying to achieve. It's incapturable and it feels the space. You like air is the space. It moves out of the way, but also is insanely powerful. A strong enough burst of wind is going to take you off your feet. But so will anything, and I think that's the next step in Bruce Lee's mindset and his theology on his fighting style. I think air is the next step. Water is the building into water. I don't know. That's my thoughts.